Well, hello everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. We got
Welcome
asked when
to
we were going live tonight, so
I know. We
asking you
had
shall
to
receive.
had to move it back a little bit because I had to work until 7, so had to make a slight time adjustment there. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, and then we have a program adjustment too.
Mm-hmm.
um, our guest tonight is under the weather and not feeling well, and we will he's under the weather, not feeling well. We're going to get him rescheduled, I think, not next week, but the week after that. So Dan will probably be on in 2 weeks. We have our guest for next week lined up as well. Got to write him some questions and get him ready. Another local guy. Um, if you don't know who that is, it's going to be Mike Starr, I believe, is who that's supposed to be. But in the meantime, it's a cold, rainy, miserable night. I can't think of a better way to talk about Hot Wheels than tonight. So what do
Yeah,
you?
well,
What?
it's not raining here yet, but it is definitely getting chilly outside, and it's been sprinkling off and on most of the afternoon and evening. So, we're trucks in the garage. We're ready for it. So,
Yeah, that's all you can do. We'll see what happens tonight. I mean, weather's supposed to be not the greatest
yeah, we'll
either.
make it. We'll make it through the night. I have no problems with that. So,
All right. Well, welcome again, everybody. I because of all the switches and changes, it's probably just going to be an open type night, or we'll definitely talk about this weekend because this weekend's supposed to be
and
gorgeous and
and,
fun.
and we can talk about last weekend there at the
Yeah,
Lincoln, Nebraska toy show. I mean, I got some goodies.
I
I
did
got
too.
I got some very cool stuff in here.
And let's start it off. This is an older car, but I'm going to rip this sucker while we're here because what don't we do that?
Okay, well, you rip an older one, and I'll rip a brand new one. How about that?
There we go.
Got that new
Ooh,
treasure hunt. Got the time shifter treasure hunt.
nice.
I was very, very happy to find this one, and had a little bit of assistance. I found one, and my buddy Nick found one on our little how do what do we want to call that? Our little seek and destroy day. That when we were just
Yes.
kind of rolling around, having all sorts of good times, and hunting for Hot Wheels, and buying some stuff we didn't need, and so I get to take some
Finding
stuff.
some stuff.
I get to take some stuff back. So
Nice. Well, let's talk about the search and destroy mission.
okay,
Very rarely, I think this is like the first time ever that we've actually hunted together. I mean, it's
yeah,
never, uh,
non-convention style that is.
yeah, well, the local route.
What's up, Dell? How
And
you doing?
we decided to just drive around Omaha, pick up some stuff, and put it out there and see what happens.
And we even ended
Um,
up in Council Bluffs and
yeah,
over out west, down south, Midtown. We were all over the place. So it was definitely a fun day.
yeah. I think the card
Mr.
ideas.
Spencer.
Hey, Corey, how are you? I think the card idea was great as well. Um, and I got a lot of positive feedback from those that did partake in it.
What's up, Nick?
Dell, how are you? What did you think of it, Brent?
I had a blast. I really enjoyed the fact that we put the little cards out. We put the business cards out with find this card and present it to us this weekend in Elmwood, and that's all we really said. I mean, obviously, you can put two and two together, know there's going to be some kind of prize involved, and there is going to be a prize involved, and there's actually three different prizes. But unfortunately, so far as of right now, only two of the cards have been claimed. So we're
That we
not
know about.
that we know about. Yes, we don't know where the third one that was left over in the Council Bluffs area, if it made it into someone's hands or not. We just kind of have to wait and see what happens come this weekend. What's up, Brian Nitcher? How you doing?
I know one of the guys, he was in Lincoln, said he had it, but he won't be able to make it to Elmwood, and we didn't have the prize that we didn't have one of the prizes available. So when we get to see him next, he'll just give us the card and we'll go. Is this something you guys would like to see us do again? Just some random time again? If so, just uh, give us a comment or two. Tell us what you like or didn't like.
Hmm.
Obviously, with that, then the next day we went into the Lincoln show, which it was a good show in terms of being able to talk to people and just kind of see how they're doing. The weather was gorgeous.
Hmm.
Um, there was different sellers there than usual, and one guy who we haven't seen in about 5 years. Um, I think he had an outstanding day, and he will be in Elmwood.
Hmm.
I think his name is Mark. Um, he had been to um, whatchamacallit, a couple of the old Papillion shows at the golf course, so I know I had seen him there. Thanks, Corey. We thought it was a good idea too. And again, prayers to Brad Beebe, and hopefully he gets well. I mean, we found out that he was not doing well and in the hospital again, and that's pretty much all the more I've got on that. What did you think of your thoughts on Lincoln?
Lincoln was a great show. I picked up some amazing things. I even got some really cool birthday present from Mr. Dell. I really like this, and I'm probably going to add this to the walls behind me because it's just super cool, and I really like the color. And it's just, I love the old school vibe to it, and it looks really cool. So I'm really happy to have this, and thank you again, Dell, for my birthday present. But no, Lincoln was amazing. I mean, I got some stuff that I've been hunting for a very long time. I mean, this one's definitely on the highlight parade for the day. The adjustable suspension Riviera. I've been after this one for quite some time, and yeah, I had all the cars in the package, but I didn't have this one, so I was very happy to get this one up. So that one completes that box set. But then there was there was really cool finds like this, and it doesn't really do it justice on camera, but it's kind of a purple to silver to dark purple at the top. Why am I getting an echo here, Kent? Do you have something that's playing in the background there? Because I'm hearing myself, and no one wants to
Is
hear it
that
in an echo.
better?
I believe so, because now there's
I
not an
had a little bit
echo.
of volume up. Sorry.
We can't have an echo. But on the Seek and Destroy mission that we were a part of, I mean, there was just so much goodness. I mean, when you can walk into a store and find an entire set of the brand new latest and greatest, or you can find two full sets and you get one and your buddy gets one. So that really helps out. And then there was even some extras that our other buddy got. So everybody kind of won on the whole day. And I'm looking forward to this weekend because there's going to be just as much cool stuff and just as many cool people to hang out with. So it should be a great weekend.
Um, except for when one buddy leaves his finds up in the house.
Well, that's not my problem. I mean, they're safe. They're upstairs on the kitchen counter. I mean, do you want me to open a couple of these so you can see what they look like out of the card, or
I can wait, but you can
okay?
do whatever you need to.
Well, I got all
Now,
sorts of things to open. So,
that bus you had, there was something I wanted to ask you about it. Where did that thing come from?
oh, this one here.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice it right. I mean, I just saw a cool bus, and I was like, oh, I hadn't seen that color before. I don't know who asked how much for the bus, Mr.
Brian.
Mitcher. Not going to happen because this one has a little logo on the roof, and I don't know if it can get it to come through clearly
There you
here,
go. You got it right there.
but it's a Heartland Hot Wheels Club. And for those that you may or may not know, this club was back in the 90s. And this is the very first Nebraska Hot Wheel Club car. I don't know if it's the very first one. I don't really know a lot about it. I have 5 different club cars from the club, so I'm very happy to have another one. This one will probably get a base swap because the base is a little tarnished and it's a little worse for wear. And I think it'd be kind of cool to put a shinier base on it. But then again, I may leave it alone for its correct authenticity level. But yeah, this was the first Hot Wheels club in Nebraska, and we're in the second one. So it's kind of a neat thing to find another piece from the original Hot Wheels club that I was unaware of.
Yeah,
So
I hadn't seen that
very
one.
cool.
The two that I know about are the two that I have, and the couple that you show me, because we do have some of the same.
Hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool that you found that.
Yeah,
Um,
I have 5 total now, and a
nice.
and a T-shirt. So
I got a T-shirt, and if I keep shrinking, I might be able to fit into it.
maybe if
I got
you got a Benjamin Buttons going on, maybe, but
it.
because I
Yeah.
think your shirt's about the same size as my shirt is, and neither one of us is fitting in there.
No, nobody needs to see that either.
No.
Uh, this weekend for us, what I'm looking forward to. Okay, so I want to kind of clear a couple things up. 12 o'clock, we're asking for some volunteers to help us set up tables so we can get everything lined up, ready to go. And then at 2 o'clock, vendors can start coming in and start setting their tables up. I think we're going to do that for a few hours on Saturday. Um, After that, then the next time to get your table set up will be Sunday at 8 a.m. Um, Saturday, we're gonna again work on getting the place ready to go. We want to say thank the folks at the Quonset for being awesome and let us hang out there and do this setup early. Um, what we're gonna have? Well, let's talk about the first thing, and I think this is really cool. We haven't done one of these a while. Is a themed race, and this themed race is meant for the kids. And what vehicles are they using?
Batmobiles.
Na 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 Batman. Oh, sorry.
You got to stop doing that.
I know. I watch our viewers go down. But yeah, we're gonna have a bracket race starting at 11 for the Batmobiles, and this is we're gonna do this for the kids. They get to keep their Batmobile. Um, they're gonna take, I think, a couple winners out of each bracket, and then move on to a finals bracket, and they might have a race in bracket to the finals, and then there's going to be some Batmobile prizes for the finish for the placers. I don't know. I'll let Kent figure that out. That's his baby. Then after that, of course, we always have our 50-50 cash split raffle. And let's see. We have to pick a duck target. We do not have a duck target. So,
Not it.
yeah, we're not it either. So we'll find a duck target and let them see if we can play the game a little bit. We do have approximately 60 tables sold out for this show. No, you got to be it, Mike. You got to be it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We're going to have folks from Kansas, Missouri, South Dakota. Again, a lot of folks from around here for this show. Again, it's free to the public. Doors open at 10 for attendees. And we just want you all to have some fun with this, okay?
Most definitely. It's going to be a good time. And that's the thing about this location that I love so much is it's got everything. I mean, we'll have the 50-50, the kids racing, just in general Hot Wheels, and who knows if certain things will ever show up in the mail. There might be a specialty race that's going to go on tonight or this weekend, but as of right now, it has not arrived and it does not have a shipping date on it. So I'm currently, it may have to be in December. So
Yeah, I mean, we want to do a super race again. We had a lot of fun with that. So if you guys want to participate in that, let's see. Well, I think that's as far as the show stuff goes, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. It didn't get funded.
No, it did not get funded. There was a good push there at the end. I think it got up around 5,300.
Yeah.
Still about 4,700
Yeah.
short. I am a part of the 4,700 short. I did not donate I did not fund it because it's not the right time financially, and there's a lot of other cool stuff that I wanted, that I'd rather add to my private collection. I mean, I am fortunate enough to be one of the 4,000 that actually does own an actual candy striper. Um, so it would have been cool to have a 1/18th. Don't get me wrong. I just think if they would have lowered the price point a little bit, if it had been 150, I think it would have got a lot more traction than it did end up getting. The 250, I think, especially, I mean, yes, it is October, but we are getting ready to go into that holiday season. Unfortunately, we plain and simple. Christmas is a couple months away. $250 goes a long way if you're buying presents for your family and your friends and stuff like that, or even yourself. That's a lot of money, and it was sad to see it not get made. I have a feeling that it's not going to be the last time that we see that 1/18th scale. I have a feeling that it'll be back, and hopefully they'll do a little bit different here and there. I know that it was on display at the convention there in LA, and it's like I don't even know how many pieces it was. It's like
Several.
I didn't count it, but there's like 70 or 80 pieces to this car. I mean, the tires, the rims, the axles, the doors, the trunk, the hood, the engine. I mean, there was a lot of pieces to this car. So I mean, they did a really good job with it, and I wish that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I could have pulled it off, and I would have been able to buy, and I would have backed it, but it just didn't work out that way this time around.
I think Hot Wheel Hunter did a great job with the posts he made on the club page, specifically asking for folks' feedback. And the feedback was really, really good. There were several things that were mentioned. You touched on the cost. One of the things that was mentioned was the fact that, for those who already have the original, now they need to have the other. But on the plus side, having the other 1/64th available to them without having to pay, 8 times what an original would have been. But they're not the same though. They're two different cars altogether.
Hmm.
I think one of the other things that was mentioned was that obviously the price was high, but I think that turned away a lot of people because it felt like, well, they're making X amount of money on this, even at the 10,000 level. And it's like, well, what are we getting out of this? And I think that was a big turnoff for a lot of people.
Hmm.
That's kind of hard. Like you're saying, money to justify the money. And I think that goes just in general, and it goes back to the topic of greed that we were talking about last week. The other thing that I was seeing was, I think Brian Nitcher had mentioned in that thread that there was a possibility that the 3D printed one that they did do may end up going over to nationals and into the charity auction. So there is a possibility that it'll either be in the parts or put together. And, because there has to be one of them. They had to print one of them just to do the pictures.
Hmm.
I don't think those were 3D pictures. I think they were real, hey, we printed this out and made it work. I'm disappointed that it didn't work or didn't sell or didn't get funded. But yet at the same time, I think that was a way to communicate back to Mattel how we as collectors maybe want to spend our money, and
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't necessarily it at the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody else,
Nope.
but that's just my thoughts. Um, you know, Otherwise, it looked like convention was a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you think?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of, I mean, amazing customs that were made. There was the memorial drag bus competition for Mr. Chris Walker, and the winner of that was really, really cool. We need to post some pictures of some of those amazing buses that were done in honor of Chris. They were great, and it's neat to see that kind of love coming out in everybody. And the coloring contest, there was a lot of great winners in there. We personally know someone who took, I believe, third place in
Yes,
the
she
adult
did.
coloring contest, and Susan is great artwork that she did on that. Um, Amazing e-sheets that I got to see. There's definitely some e-sheets that I would love to get my hands on to add to the wall of just amazing e-sheets. There's a lot of things that I'd love to have in my, just add to my e-sheet wall, or, you know, Mr. Wesley Craig, how's it going tonight? You know, I hate to miss a convention level like that. It's never something that you want to miss. You get to go to some of these and you're like, I want to keep going. But the only problem is, and we've talked about it in the past and we've hit on it a few times, that it is an expense that you have to bear. But getting to go and getting to meet people and see your family and your friends, and we'll just call them all family. You just get to see everybody, and only getting to see some of these people for a week once a year kind of sucks. But it's not easy to do it twice or three times in one year. So it's at least we've got the one coming up in April. Hopefully we'll get tickets to Atlanta, and we'll go down and we'll hang out in the sun and in the south and drink us some sweet tea and be happy.
And eat more Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I can get Chick-fil-A in Omaha.
I
That's one of my main rules when we go out to a convention. I don't want to eat anything I can get at home, plain and simple.
the only
And
reason. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we didn't do that very well in Columbus because there wasn't a whole lot in Columbus to do. So you know, well,
Well,
we're gonna do better in Atlanta. I promise.
that was the whole thing about Atlanta was like, we didn't really have a lot means to get around too much.
That was
We end
Columbus.
up well, Atlanta too. We didn't really have.
No, because we went to a diners and dives in
Well, we
Columbus
did.
or in Atlanta. We went to, let's see, went to the Waffle House.
Well, that's not.
I guess that was
Yeah,
about the only two that we actually did hit, or at least the ones. Yeah, those are the two that we
I
hit. So
I think I know we hit Chick-fil-A 2 or 3 times. I ain't gonna lie.
well, yeah,
Uh,
because it was right across the street. But
that's what I was saying.
yeah,
But yes, let's not talk about the pizza. Jet pizza was not very jetty.
no, it was a slow plane.
It
Columbus
was
food
like
sucked.
that was Nick. That was the whole thing. It was like everywhere we go, it's the food portion of it that makes it the turtle pizza. It's more like snail pizza. And we weren't the only ones that suffered. I
No.
mean, everybody else was like, "What the heck?" You order your food like it literally took us, I think, 90 minutes. I think one time to get pizza.
And we're not talking a whole pizza. We're talking slices of a pizza.
Yeah.
Like I ordered because they weren't very big pieces. I think I ordered four slices, and I think I ended up eating three. No, I ate all four of mine. You gave one of yours to Nick. I think I might. I don't remember for sure, but it was I mean, they made brand new breadsticks and threw them in the trash can. So they were not the best folks in. And I'm hoping that if we end up in the same area up there in Dunwoody in Georgia, that we get to maybe get out and get a little more, and see what else is out there. So I'm excited to hopefully get up there and hopefully we get the tickets and go enjoy a whole nother show. So.
Yeah, the first part is to get the tickets. That's the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Well, we there was a pink car that went for sale too this week.
This is true, and it went fast. I think I heard you got to turn down that other phone, man. It's killing
It's
me.
all the way down.
Well, then where's this echo coming from?
I don't know.
I keep hearing myself, which is
Let's turn it all
maybe
the way off.
maybe one of mine is up or something. That one's
Could be.
off. That one's
Everything
off.
else.
That one's
Everything
off.
else is
I don't
muted.
know. Weird. I don't know. I keep hearing myself. So, but yeah, the '62 Ford F100. It would be the fourth installment of it. Um, and I gotta say, it's a pretty truck. I'm excited as Nick got his today. I did not, and but it is en route. I do know that. I just haven't received an update on the tracking on it yet. But I'm excited to get that one and add it to the collection of the pink party cars and trucks that I do have. And even maybe one of these days, I'll actually open them all and maybe put them on display so people that come over can check them out in person. So,
Yeah. I didn't get too much. I haven't gotten anything. I got stuck in a meeting again. Imagine that.
I'm starting to think they're against you or something because how many meetings can you have at Tuesday at 11 o'clock? I mean, come on. Can we move
No,
this to another day, please?
it's nothing but meetings. It seems like lately.
Yeah, I know the
But
feeling.
I missed it. Thank you, Caven, for taking care of me. And that's what I like about our club and our group is that we have folks that are willing to help each other and do the right things
Hmm.
by all stretch of the imagination. Um, you know, I think it's getting to that time of the year where we're going to get to see each other a little bit more, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, uh, I haven't seen. Well, I saw you last week, but
Yeah.
there's some other folks like Kent and Reagan that I haven't seen except in about maybe 2 or 3 weeks because of
Well,
I got to see Braxton's game
and
and then
they were at the show, and well,
Lincoln.
everybody but Reagan was in Lincoln. So
Yeah. Um, Still have not seen Baby Nice yet.
no, and we need to send out a flare to get that little guy to come hang out at the show.
Well, I would like for that to happen too, but I don't think putting him in the cold weather would be a good
No,
idea.
no,
But
no,
that. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Um, I really, there's not much else we got for tonight.
not really. I mean, we weren't really prepared to not have a guest tonight. So, and unfortunately, Dan he's under the weather, so we're not gonna, we don't want to have anybody on that's not, in the shape to be able to hang out and enjoy the show at its fullest. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sit here and open and play with all my new cars because you know some of my finds from this weekend show. I mean, I'll probably post a group photo later, but like this is one of my finds from this weekend.
That thing's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and this one is nicer than the one that's on the wall behind me, so or in front of me. So
Yes, I bought a Camaro, but it's from convention, so you'll have to forgive me.
be right back. I'm gonna go grab my new and the old one and see which one's better.
Is that new? You who was that?
Oh well, they're two different colors. Does that help? Mike, I think we'll wait till next week so that way we
Yeah,
can have
even next week.
that way we
Yeah,
have a full show.
yeah.
Whoops. They appear to be two different. It's
Yeah,
hard
they
to
look
see
that.
on here, But yeah, they're two different colors, and one is in way better condition than the other one. So the new one is in way better condition. So I'll probably keep the new one, and who knows? Maybe I'll send the old one here off to a new home. Even though they're a little bit different colors, I think it just might be really dirty and clean.
Yeah, that's a good one to have.
Yeah, it's a very pretty car. And that's the thing, I didn't just get one hot bird. I got two
That
of them.
one, that one,
10-pack exclusive.
that's what I was trying to say. I didn't remember.
I mean,
No, no, Andrew, you're not getting in trouble. Okay, that was a steal. That was a
hmm
great find.
yeah.
And Mark was very fair with his pricing.
Yes, he
Very,
was.
very fair. While y'all are waiting for this, I'm going to do this right here.
Huh?
20th Annual Collectors Convention. This is from 2006. It is a Chevy Camaro 67 opening hood. It's one of 3,000. This is back before they put the stickers on them. But there you go, folks. That is a really, really pretty car.
I was just saying, I picked up a lot of,
Baggies.
yeah, I mean, let's see here. If I can open this one, there we go. This one I was pretty happy with. It's not very clean, but if you know, you know. It's not an easy one to find. The original opening hood 67 Camaro.
That was a nice one, too.
I'm very happy with that. I don't think the hood's supposed to go completely 90 degrees, but it works. For me, it's a Camaro I did not have, and I have the new main line, I have the new Super, but I didn't have the old original one. So this makes me very happy to add that to my private collection. I'm pretty sure I have this one because I don't know. It's probably on the walls here somewhere, but let's see if these bags are kind of old, so they don't open very well. But I picked up a nice clean another clean Volkswagen.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, I really like this one. I love the shiny paint job that's on that one. And for those that may or may not know, I have a thing for the new Cal, or the old Super Cal Customs.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of those two.
3. The Super Cal Customs have always been a favorite of mine. I had a bunch of them as a kid, but they were just wild. And unfortunately, these are missing the rear wheels, and you might be going, huh? They're there. Well, these things have a neat little trick that you pull down on those rear axles, and they pop up. And I can show you what they're supposed to look like. Because I think oh yeah, I've got multiple down here. I can grab this 55 Chevy over here, and I'll steal one of his wheels.
I don't know where mine are at right now, so he'd probably find it before me.
That's the wheels that are supposed to be on it. Now, obviously, these wheels just they just pop right off. Whoa, but they fall pretty quick. So then you can add it to the other one, and that just looks so much cooler.
I don't know if you can make that look cooler.
I don't think you can. And the neat thing about all these is these tires. I mean, obviously, I don't think they recreate them, but they're now it's low down. But they were neat because the sheer and simple fact they were so big, and they were kind of comical. But and let me use my phone here so you can see. They actually roll still. I don't know if I can get
Yeah, you got it.
It still rolls. There's not a lot of room underneath that front end. But is a little, there's just enough for it to roll. And these were unchipped versions. So, and I ended up with 3 different ones from the show this weekend.
Are the other 2 the ones I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Okay.
The other 2.
Which is cool.
Yeah, because this was the only time that Mattel ever made this casting. And my I actually have a buddy that has one of these still mint on the card, mainly because in high school he drove a real one. And as soon as I open them up here, I will show you what I'm referring to because I'm going to go ahead and put the tires on one of them so we can get the full effect, and then I can show you the slammed version as well. So, anybody a Chevy Beretta fan?
That's what I like about them is because it's a Beretta, and they never. Those are the only two times you can get those.
Yep, this is it. This is the only Berettas that Hot Wheels has ever made, and they're super crazy looking. So yeah, these Super Cal Customs were always a neat. They were neat cars, and they came with all sorts of stuff. How cool would those be with gassers? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, like there's so many things that they could have done with these cars. I mean, this just looks normal, but you know, then you kick it and it just jacks the rear end up. Now, if they could have flipped it around and had the fronts go up, that'd have been just as cool. But I
They're
mean,
kind of like Pro Street or. Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have cut you off.
no, I'm just saying, no, you're not wrong. They kind of got a pro street vibe to them, and they're just really cool. They did them so well in the wild paint jobs, and you know there's trucks, there's cars, there's obviously Camaros, there's Berettas, there's pickups. You know, there's just so many different versions of them, and that's what I really liked about them. So now I'll be on a seek and destroy for some wheels because I want to have them on display in their full tricked out glory.
Obviously, I mean, you know, that was the cool part about those cars because they also made like little jack stands with them,
Mm-hmm.
and not like your traditional jack stands, but your old school, not old school, but what you would see like at a F1 race where they just pulled them down and it raised them up, like on a single bar type situation. Something. There you go.
And I'll brace the back tires here, and you can literally just, whoops, it's kind of hard to do here the way I'm doing this. Yeah, it just goes underneath, and they can jack them up, and they worked on the, and I think that was kind of like the way to put the back tires on. So let's see, we'll lift the, yeah, see it lifts the rears just barely off the ground in order to change them out. But
But it's cool. I mean, you know, when you're 10,
oh
11
yeah,
years old.
and they came with they had sticker packs and stuff that came with them, and they had the stickers were bright and shiny, and
They're cool.
they were like yeah, exactly, they were just cool. And this was a straight up I want to say early 90s is when they released these.
Yeah, late 80, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, somewhere around there time
Yeah,
frame.
and the neat thing is they piggybacked off of the Cal Customs, which if you may or may not know. Whoa, hey, that moved. Let's not play with that again. The Cal Customs they were just as bright and shiny. They had those fluorescent paint jobs on them, and they stood out. And I think that's what's really neat about these cars is the fact that they did stand out as much as they did. And there's a
Agreed.
lot of variations of these things too. And there's some that are worth a lot of money. And I unfortunately don't have that one.
A lot of yeah, that one Camaro is
Hmm.
167 is worth a lot. You know, my thing is that's that cool stuff that we had as a kid that may not be around anymore, like the old. Yep, there we go. Play sets.
Another cool
Uh,
stuff was as kids.
fluorescent lead based paint. Yeah, that's why we're the true survivors.
Amen.
Um, you know, the colors were great because it's like what was on your Trapper Keeper at the time. And yes, we are dating ourselves again with that, but I don't care.
Your hair is gray. You don't have to date yourself. You're just old. Then we can go up to new school stuff. There's just I got a lot of cool stuff at the show this weekend. I'm very happy. And I think that the one thing that I really like that I don't know anything about, and I'm going to reach out to some folks to try to find out some more about it,
Oh yeah,
was this. Yeah, it says Hot Wheel Customs made just for you, obviously. But on the back, there's a little paragraph here. It says since 1968, more than 4 billion Hot Wheels cars have been produced. Now, for the first time ever, the world's most famous toy car brand is producing cars just for you. With a click of a mouse and some simple uploading, you can see your name and photo on your very own Hot Wheels car. Want a ride? Question mark. Now you can really make it yours. I picked this up at the show. This one is, it says Yo-Yo Milk Delivery, and there's a cat on the roof. And it's got a little deal here on the back. It says lot ID, UID number, and then it says December 30th, 2011, one of one, dairy delivery standard. So somebody made this car or had this car made, and I don't know anything about it. I'm going to reach out to a few friends and see if I can find out more because I think it's really cool. And if it doesn't necessarily fit with my private collection, but it's weird, it's strange, it was kind of neat. So there's a good chance that it'll stay in my private collection, or it may find itself to a new home. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. And if it does go to a new home, the new home's already been picked out. So we'll just have to find out what happens. So
It's got a cat on it. How much more cool can it be?
this is true. Cats are awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if they're awesome, but
Sorry.
I know you're a cat person. Oh, let's see what else we got going on. There are some new RLC stuff coming up. You can go check those out on the forum pages as well. I think the previews that we saw.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah, the
No,
previews.
hold on. Hold on. We got to change topics here really quick. Currently going on right now is until I believe, when does it end? You have until October 16th at midnight to place your votes. So another 4 days. And it's the 70s versus the 90s. Basically, they're going to make a some newer RLC stuff releasing, and you get to choose what exactly the cars you get to choose are. So the 70s, you have the 1970 Camaro, the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger, the 71 Miura, the 76 Grand Sport Corvette, the BMW 2002, Custom 70 Honda N600, the 72 Custom Chevy Love, Ford Escort RS 2000, the Lotus Esprit ST, the Subaru Brat. So that's your 70s castings. Kent, obviously you're leaning towards the 70 Hemi Challenger, but what others from
What
those?
others stand out to me? Obviously, the RS16 and the Lotus Esprit. I mean, the Lotus Esprit is, I can't think of a more iconic James Bond car other than the Aston
Mm-hmm.
DB5. The others on there, the Miura is cool. The BMW is really cool. The 2002. But I would definitely say the Lotus and the RS 1600. And that's what I really like about all of those escorts are now finally starting to get made, and it's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the 90s cars?
Okay, so for the 90s, these things are all over the place. Starting off, heavy hitter. What's up, Mr. Wiggins? Starting off with the 90 Honda Civic EF, the 92 Ford Mustang, the 94 Audi Advent RS2, the 95 Mazda RX-7 Drift, one of my favorites, the 96 Chevy Impala SS, the Dodge Van, the Land Rover Defender 90, the Mitsubishi something or other Evolution, see now this is going to have some favorite people in the house. We got the Nissan Skyline GTR BCN R33, and then of course the winner of the entire day is the Mercedes-Benz 500e. So those are your choices, and go feel free to. And I don't know where these are going to end up. They haven't really. It looks like they might end up being like a new. let's see here. Collector's Choice Mini Collection. So I'm not really sure where they're going to end up using them at, but I'm
I,
excited to see what they do with them.
I wonder if they're going to do something similar with the gassers where they put, like 2 or 3 cars together and do like, with the gassers, obviously they did the 3 colors. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of, you're right. It's going to be interesting to see what those are going to be like. Now, out of that group, obviously the R33 is huge on that for me. Then you got the old standard the 90 EF as well, and then there's the Evo. Um, but obviously the R33 is the one that stands out from that group. The Land Rover will be cool too,
Hmm.
but it's the R33, and that's what I'm starting to see too. They're putting emphasis on the Heiko last year or so. Looks like maybe the R33 is going to start getting some love too. So it's not all R32 or R34 on the Skyline front.
Yeah.
Um, what else do you got?
Well, we got the calendar here. October 17th, 9 a.m., Elite 64 Series Land Rover Defender. Following up a couple days later, you have the Matchbox Lamborghini Salentro, if I'm saying that right. So there's a new Matchbox and it's a Lambo. That's kind of cool. And then on the Halloween night, members only, is the beginning for the RLC Selections 1972 Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTR will go up for sale. And that'll most likely be for sale for about a week. So,
Yeah, I got to get a couple of those.
yeah, I might have to get one or two of those too.
Um, yeah. So
Got,
speaking of elite,
got an Elite there just chilling.
not anymore.
Man.
Yeah, I know. I'm struggling.
What's up, Tony? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm not doing well at all. I know.
How did it go?
There we go.
Very nice.
Really cool piece.
I have yet to open mine, so.
Well, this is mine that I'm going to open.
Obviously.
The other one, well, who knows what's going to happen with it.
Just have to wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should rip open tonight. Could do that one. That would hurt some feelings. Could do that one.
Anything would hurt people's feelings if they're a cardboard collector.
This is true.
All I got to say is I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a good time. Some folks are going to get some stuff. The Quonset guys and gals are awesome to us, and we want to say thank you again to them. The 32-foot track will be back, ready to rock and roll. We're going to have some Batman races going on. It'd be cool if we could have an impromptu super race, if we could make that happen.
Or maybe convention level RLC.
Yeah.
I would have to say, and I think we're going to have to work a little bit on the whole super race, but I know for a fact that it's definitely going to have to be either super or convention level. I'm not even sure about RLC if I want to include those guys or not. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to figure that out. Actually, it's not my thing. No, because my thing. I don't know if this little logo up here says anything. I might be the head monkey in charge of the Halloween car.
Oh yeah.
And as I don't have one here with me, but for those of you that are in the room, we're a little behind. Obviously, Halloween is upon us. The next weekend or this weekend is the show where we would have loved to have them available to picked up. Unfortunately, we did not make it in time, and we're having some supply issues. But the Halloween car is painted. The wheels have been acquired. The customization and the tweaking has started. Be prepared. There will be a sneak pretty soon. It's not really going to be a sneak. It's possibly going to be a short video of the car in its non-complete stage. So that way we can start to get a little bit of hype on this car. There is 35 of them that are going to be made. Um, and I don't know, I've hinted about 15 times, but the 2023 Mid States Collectors Club Halloween car is the closed roof bone shaker.
You
So
mean this thing?
I don't know. What are you about to do here? Oh
The bone
yes, yes, yeah, the bone shaker. Yeah. So yes, it's the closed roof bone shaker. Like I said, there's 35 of them, and when we announce that they will be going on sale, be prepared. They're going to go fast. So just be ready. They are cool. They are obvious. You know, they have a little bit of fingerprint customs, kind of like last year. The Bono family, Mr. Braxton, and with his assistant Kent, have done another crazy paint job for you.
Yeah.
The tampos and the extra spice, so to speak, will be coming from Mr. Nick Artery over there at Big Nick Customs. And here's a really good secret. Again, this year, we don't know exactly what they're going to run yet. We're still fine tuning. They will be on cards done by the none other than the mastermind himself, the wizard, Mr. Lee Allen. Will be doing the card art again this year. So they're gonna be cool. So just get ready, and hopefully, we can get a video out to you all very, very soon. So
I think the price point is going to be the same as it was last year, or pretty close to it.
mhm.
Um, I think the price point that we had, I think it was $50 last year for those is, I think, roughly where we want to be at. You know, um, we don't want to overcharge, but we want to make sure that the piece is representative of the quality that you're going to get.
Mhm.
So um, the folks that have put the time and effort into it, they deserve a lot of credit um, from the Bonos, Nick, Brent, and again, a huge thank you to Lee Allen and his folks for helping and working with this.
We can't forget Braxton.
And definitely Braxton, because he's the one that made this go. Um, Despite all the, with his, school and football and everything else, that just being a teenager. So we have to say huge thank you to him
Yes.
for that.
Mhm.
So do we want to talk about the sale date?
Well, let's hold off on the sale date because I don't know if we're going to hit that. I don't know if we're going to have everything that we need to show it by that sale date.
Okay.
So we're going to have to wait on the sale date just for right now. So, but it's coming rapidly. So
Yeah. With that, I don't have anything else.
I don't really have anything else either.
We would like to see everybody come out and come say hi. At the very minimum.
Mhm.
I don't think the weather is going to be horrible. It's nice. It's cold, or it's not cold. It's nice, warm, dry. Great food at the Quonset. 10 to 3 in Elmwood, for those of you
Mhm.
who don't know. If you're coming from Lincoln, you're going to come from, you're going to take the same exit, the Ashland exit. Helpers, yes. Again, we've got 2 people that said they were going to come along with and help. If anybody else would like to come out and hang out with us and set up, we would greatly appreciate it. Again, that's 12 o'clock to help put the tables out, 2 o'clock for vendors to come by and start setting their things up.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be chases? Yes, there will be chases. There will be 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Del, we will see you on Sunday. Thank you again to everybody who continues to support this club and what we're about. And hopefully we'll start getting some more information about the Fremont show next summer. Okay. And that's all I got for tonight. Thank you so much, Brent.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay. Enjoy the football. Get some chili and some cinnamon rolls because that's a Nebraska thing, not an Iowa thing. All right. Laters.
Later. Good night, everyone.